Hare Krishna. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for waiting patiently while I was away all this time. I do appreciate your patience, and thank you very much for subscribing to my videos. I will upload videos more frequently, and I do apologize for any inconveniences as caused. Last video we produced evidence from the Matsya Purana and the Padma Purana regarding the divisions of the Vedas, in particular the Puranas, and how they were divided into three gunas: tamagun, rajagun, and sattvagun, or mode of ignorance, passion, and goodness. So now we will commence with the next chapter of understanding how the Srimad Bhagavatam is the conclusion of all the Vedas, and how these divisions are measured and why. So please stay tuned, enjoy, and please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe to my videos. Hare Krishna. Lord Shri Krishna has clearly expressed in the Bhagavad Gita that goodness is superior to passion, and passion is superior to ignorance. Goodness is superior to both of them. Similarly, Sri Suta Goswami explains in the Bhagavad Purana 1.2.24 that passion is better than ignorance because it can lead to realization of the absolute truth. In this verse, Suta speaks about which type of worship produces the ultimate benefit, and his conclusion is that one can only achieve the best result by worshipping Lord Vishnu. The Sattvika Puranas recommend the worship of Vishnu or Krishna, whereas the Rajasika and Tamasika Puranas advocate the worship of other deities and therefore do not lead the aspirant towards the absolute truth. It is noteworthy that the Sattvika Puranas commence with a questioner inquiring from a learned speaker about the nature of the absolute. The speaker's answers are clear, direct, and unambiguous, leaving no room for misinterpretation. However, in the Tamasika and Rajasika Puranas, or the Puranas in mode of ignorance and passion, questions are put to the speaker which do not pertain to the absolute truth. For example, in the Linga Purana, the sages request Suta to speak about the glories of the Lingam from form of Lord Shiva. We may conclude from that although Sri Suta Goswami is learned in transcendental subject matters and expert in explaining them, the questions by the sages here restrict him from speaking on it. All Rajasika and Tamasika Puranas contain this characteristic defect, and therefore are not reliable sources of transcendental knowledge. One may ask at this point why Srila Vyasadev wrote these Puranas. According to the various desires of the materially conditioned jivas, he arranged the Puranas. Nevertheless, all Puranas contain the glorification of Lord Vishnu or Krishna. This was included by Vyasa in order that those in the lower modes of passion and ignorance will slowly develop interest in the Supreme Lord Hari while studying the Rajasika and Tamasika Puranas. Therefore, in the Hari Vamsa 3.23.34, it is said, Vede Ramanye Chaiva Purane Bharate Tatha Adavante Cha Madhye Cha Hari Sarvatra Gayati. In the Vedas, the Ramayana, the Puranas, and the Mahabharata, from the very beginning to the end, and as well within the middle, only Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is explained. Yet it must be understood that although Rajasika and Tamasic Puranas do not speak extensively on the absolute truth, this does not mean that they give no valid knowledge at all. The Puranas in the lower modes may also give some insight into the absolute truth, although not to the same extent as the Sattvika Puranas. By this we can conclude that the Sattvika Puranas are the ultimate pramana, or evidence. This is also declared by the Padma Purana, Sattvika Moksha Da Prokta. The Sattvika Puranas give liberation or salvation. Unfortunately, as stated before, there are no current disciplic schools nor bona fide commentaries for most of these works. Some of the Sattvik Puranas recommend the path of bhakti, while others glorify the path of jnana and yoga. One possibility to resolve this dilemma is to study the Vedanta Sutra. This work of Vyasadev contains the essence of the Vedas and the Puranas. Still, the language of the Vedanta Sutra is ambiguous to say the least, and has therefore been interpreted in a number of ways by numerous scholars, Madhva, Shankara, Ramanuja, Bhaskara, Bodhayana, Dramida, Guhadeva, just to name a few. The foundations of many of the sutras lie in Upanishadic passages, yet Vyasa does not mention in his work as to which passages the particular sutra is commenting on. Thus both the student and the commentator must determine this for themselves. It is no wonder that Vyasadev felt discontent even after compiling the Vedas, the Puranas, Mahabharata, and Vedanta Sutra. Tadapi bata me dayo hi atma chaivatmana vibhu asampana iva bhati brahma varchasya satama. I am feeling incomplete, although I am fully equipped with everything required by the Vedas. Bhagavad Purana 1.430. The reason for his discontentment was explained later by Narad Muni. Jignasitam suspanam apite mahad abhutam kritavan bharatam yastvam sarvata paribrimhitam. You have completed your inquiries and your studies in the proper fashion, and you have written a great and wonderful work of the Mahabharata, which elaborately explains the different goals of life. Bhagavad Purana 1.5.3. Bhavatana nidhina prayam yasyo bhagavato malam yaneva sunatusyeta manyeta dashanam kilam. You have not actually broadcast the sublime and spotless glories of the personality of Godhead. That philosophy which does not satisfy the transcendental senses of the Lord is considered worthless. Yata dharma dasya charta muni varya no kirti hatha na tata vasudevasya mahimahi anurvanita. O best of the sages, since you have broadly described the four goals of human life, beginning with religious performances, you have not described the glories of the Supreme Personality, Vasudeva. Bhagavad Purana 1.5.8.9. So, on the advice of Narada, Vyasa meditated and the Bhagavad Purana was manifested to him. This is a natural commentary of Vyasa's own sutras, Arthohyam Brahma Sutranam, and thus includes the purport of the entire Vedic literature, Vedartha Paribramhita. It is free from the problems that we find with the Vedas and other Puranas. It is available in its entirety. It is commented upon by various Vaishnava acharyas. It is divinely composed and Puranic in nature. In its opening sloka, it gives the essence of the Vedas, since it begins with the holy Gayatri mantra, Gayatri Bhasya Ruposa, which itself is the essence of the Vedas. This is also confirmed in the Matsya Purana 53.20.22 and Agni Purana 272.6.7. That Purana is known as the Bhagavad, which gives the highest religious principles, refers to the sacred Gayatri mantra, and tells the story of the slaying of Vritasura. This Purana has 18,000 verses, and whoever writes down the entire text and places it on a golden throne and gives it in charity to a qualified person on the day of the full moon of the month of Bhadra will attain the supreme abode. Most importantly, the Bhagavata is the crowning glory of the divine author's literary efforts, Vyasadev, soothing his heart and when he felt that his work remained incomplete. Vyasadev performed this lila or pastime of feeling incomplete so that to show us that the Srimad Bhagavatam is the conclusion of all the Vedic literatures. In the next video, we will be sharing to you how other Vedic literatures glorify the Srimad Bhagavatam as the essence of the Vedas. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.